What's up, MPX addicts, and welcome to the MPX Rehab. I'm your host, the hashtag Certified Mark J. Williams, here with my co-host, as always,
Kyle Smith.
I still say you have that title.
No, that died Saturday.
But either way, this last weekend was, it was exhausting in a lot of ways, to be perfectly honest.
What, 3 wrestling shows is exhausting for you?
Yeah, 3 wrestling shows, 2 of them traveling shows.
You think I could?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say even more so for you, because you were actually wrestling in them, so... Texoma Pro had Summer Storm, which, honestly, that had some really good matches in it. I'm going to keep time down, I'm going to talk about the, certain highlights, such as, the rugged Gabe Wilder facing off against the legend Tim Storm.
Rugged as fuck.
Yep. That was honestly, that was a hell of a match, man.
That was a long time that I was nervous in a while.
I believe it.
First time in a while.
I believe it.
It's just a former NWA champion. What are you going to be worried about?
It's like a verifiable Texas legend taking on...
World-renowned, travel Japan. You're fine.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I really did.
No, the match looked fantastic. And I was like, I hate to say it was kind of predictable how it was going to turn out. But, that's because who's going to book Tim Storm to lose?
Especially for my debut. That was my
Yeah. It's hell of a debut match for Texoma.
Right?
But,
Pretty sure there was a nasty one that had the same thing. So.
Yeah, his debut for Red River, in which he showed up, got told, yeah, you're going to be fighting Tim Storm. And he's like, what? But, that was a completely awesome match. There was also the Mad Prince taking on Rook Tyler, in which, I gotta say, if there was a matching of styles, this was it. It's like the two of you worked really, really good together on this.
Yeah, I liked how it turned out. The ending, though, was just a little odd. I didn't know why it really happened, but stuff happened. I don't know what's happening.
I really wasn't sure which way that match was going to go, because the way y'all were doing it, it just made it feel like, it's like, this could go one direction or the other, and then he won. I'm like, oh, match is over?
Yeah.
But then again, I don't even know what Rook's finisher is, because the couple of times I've seen him, he hasn't had a chance to get it off.
I don't know.
So.
It kind of feels like, when I took it, it kind of felt like an AA, but like a brain buster.
That Death Valley.
Yeah. The Saturn Death Valley, yeah.
Ah. Okay. That's cool.
So music beat voices?
Yeah, apparently this time, yeah.
I got distracted.
Yeah.
Someone's music played.
Happens to all of us.
Music played.
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be a recurring theme.
Yeah, that is a recurring
Sunday.
theme. I forgot about that part. Because there's a lot that took over, like, the fact that Exodus and Kari were there as a tag team, calling themselves Prime Flight, no less.
Well, yeah, because Civil Disorder's dead.
Yeah.
When you lose the glue, Civil Disorder's dead.
He's not wrong.
There's
No,
no
he's
sticky
not
substance
wrong.
holding it
I mean,
together.
hell, we saw
White sticky substance.
I
It's gotta be
am
white.
Civil Disorder.
we saw the fallout from that the next on Sunday night too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also there was the not really all that tragic, but it's still frightening accident as Malik Mayfield went for a finishing move off the top turnbuckle and the rope snapped on him, and he came down right on his neck. From everything I've heard, he is okay, but he is also he did hurt his neck, but so he's going to take some time off. So if Malik Mayfield ever actually watches this, get well soon, man, because, I know, right?
Actually, I'd be surprised if people in Houston to watch. I'm like, oh, really? You did? Okay.
Well, we know...
Rick watched us before he came to MPX. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no. I was going to say, there's at least 2 people in Houston who watch us.
Yeah.
So... But, that one was good. And, of course, there was the main event where the Texoma Pro champion took on the Red River champion, Teflon John versus Shane Taylor. And, well, Teflon John kind of shot himself in the foot because it wasn't a winner-take-all match on this one. It was, if Shane wins on the 16th, he gets to take on Teflon John for the belt.
Yeah. Which I like Johnny Bell, or Teflon John. he's always been one of those that has impressed me every time I see him. He's got a good look, in-ring straight, character-wise. I mean, I'm not sure you'll find much a better heel, like actual true heel, where you're like, oh, that guy's a fucking prick. Then you will Bedlam.
Yeah.
He's so great. And then, of course, we know how good Shane Taylor is.
Oh, yeah. So it's like Shane won, but via DQ as Teflon John took his belt to Shane's face.
I mean, that's really the only way to beat Shane Taylor, isn't it?
Yeah, no, one. Let's see. There's also on Sunday, we had Anarchy Championship Wrestling.
Hold up. Did you say he's the champ?
Yeah, Teflon John.
Isn't Wobble the champ?
No, he's the Texas champ of Texas.
Oh, okay.
That's the mid-level belt, like the
so many fucking. I'm sorry. That's. They got
I think there's only like 3 or 4.
It's too many, sir.
There's a singles, a sub-singles, a tag belt, and then a women's championship.
Oh, God, they have women's too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They do? I've yet to see it since I've gone.
I'm pretty sure it's Promise Braxton.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's actually not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah. ACW, of course, presented by HOT this weekend. That was a hell of a show. Of course, it was like terrifying to get down there and back because, the rain.
Yeah, the rain ended up being really bad towards the end when we got home. But no, it is a little different than the original ACW. But goddamn, if it was not so reminiscent of ACW, like it was my friend Pat's first time to really experience ACW, and I even going in, I'm like, hey, it's not gonna be like the old school, but it's still gonna be good. And I think it exceeded. Like I said, it wasn't exactly like it, but it exceeded my expectations how good it was.
You know what? Nobody threatened to throw me off a balcony, so I was fine with this.
Well,
one.
and that's the thing I was going to say. I was like, especially where I was sitting, it felt so much like the Mohawk where I was overlooking the ring. Because at the Mohawk, you had that balcony and you could see the ring, and it was beautiful. And Come Take It Live was very good for ACW.
Yeah.
The fans, a lot of them come from the original ACW. There's also a lot of, HOT fans there. So they got their first experience at ACW in it. If you've never been to ACW before or now,
it's a unique experience. It's
unique, and it's very like, if anyone knows what ECW crowds were like, that's what it's like. It's the atmosphere. The matches itself are great, and we'll talk about them in a second, but it's the atmosphere with the fans. I would dare say, and I know Gabe can attest because he was there, the workers feel it too. Like, it's a different type of atmosphere going in there.
There were some guys in which I'm looking at them going, the way they were acting, I'm like, you can almost hear in the back of their mind that, 12-year-old going, yeah, I can cuss!
Yeah, and it's not even the violence, it's not even the cussing. I really don't know how to explain it, but it is a very different atmosphere than any other wrestling show.
Oh, it really is.
It's just, it's amazing to be a part of, and like I said, as far as if older fans know ECW, that's really what it's kind of like. That's the closest you will get in Texas, or even technically to an independent feel, as when fans reminisce about the old school ECW, that's what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, oh, well, we had a really interesting situation where the multiverse is just freaking weird, ladies and gentlemen, because we had a fatal 4-way elimination match for the #1 contendership for the ACW televised championship. That is a lot.
It used to be YouTube title, but now we're televised apparently.
Yeah.
Just don't look at the title, it says YouTube.
In which the immortal Jason Silver, Jay Sirius, Exodus Prime, the final boss, and of course the rugged Gabe Wilder all went toe to toe.
Hella rugged.
And
and I think this was a great way to kind of bridge that gap of old ACW with Jay Sirius and Silver, who, and we've talked about before on the show, Silver really cut his teeth and became a name at ACW, along with Jay Sirius, and then you've got Exodus and Gabe kind of stepping in to the new ACW. And yeah, that match was, it wasn't for the main event, that match was amazing. And again, they're completely different. You got a 4-way with 4 men, 5 if you count the ref, which ref looked a little familiar.
And he looked like he's kind of an amalgam of guys,
He looked really friendly.
Yeah, a little bit.
I like that guy.
And then, the main event, the hardcore death match, which we saw on North Star and Sky, but that is what ACW is. It is, again, I hate making the comparison, but it's ECW. You've got these great matches that are legit wrestling matches, triple threat, hardcore,
Mm-hmm.
four-way, whatever, and then you got these death matches with a lot of blood, a lot of violence, and that's the difference. And then, and again, even Silver said he's like, let's do some crazy shit. And of course, there's a fucking balcony, so what's Silver gonna do?
Oh yeah. It's like no, it's like I was like, wait. Huh? Sorry.
As soon as I heard him say it, I was like, "Are you serious?"
I didn't expect
that was
anything
Jay.
different from that.
And I sat
I knew he
there
was gonna
the
do
entire time imagining. I was like, "How's this gonna work?"
But you know, it's like Liliana was like, oh my god, he jumped off the balcony. I'm like, yeah.
No,
You mean Jason Silver did something crazy at ACW? I'm shocked. Shocked, I say.
Silver does my great CW. Silver jumps off a balcony. I mean, he fucking jumped off a balcony at the old MPX building.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a balcony. It was just an eagle's nest where they set up a camera above the entrance, and he's like, "Oh, I'll jump off that." It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
To jump off.
exactly. It's like the man literally says he's immortal, and that's what he's called. And fucking, it's true. We haven't seen it yet.
But it was kind of weird to me that Jason Silver was the first out on that one.
Well, after diving off the balcony, you may be immortal, but you're going to take yourself down quite a bit.
Yeah.
He also got
got caught.
body dropped onto the stage.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah.
That was my favorite thing is someone ran up and they're like, what was that? I was like, it was just Silver hitting the stage. Oh, okay, cool, and just walk off. Because everyone was like, oh, okay, we got it.
Silver did something crazy. Okay.
Yeah, body
then of
drops
course,
on
you know, it's like
stage.
you made a hell of a showing in this match, and I think you had the crowd behind you
Yes, he
for a lot of it. That was
Very rare.
Strong,
Very rare.
strong as fuck, man. Like he really did. And yes, people probably know
get this in the
I'm,
second.
I'm a little biased because I do love Gabe and his wrestling ability, but he was very dominant. With Jay Serious and Silver, again, ACW mainstays. Everyone knows how good Exodus is.
Mm-hmm.
You've got three of the best men in there that have been here for a while, and you've got Gabe, still kind of new, about 2 years in, give or take, and showed out, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And like I said, looked strong as hell. Just again, it's a four-way. It's a numbers game.
Yeah, well, and when you have suddenly just like this music suddenly playing out of nowhere, which you know distracts you.
It's some weird ass laugh.
It was almost like it was planned or something.
Yeah,
What?
the multiverse is freaking weird, guys.
It is, but everything about that match, like I said, if it wasn't for the main event, which I may be biased because it's death match and it's Sky, but hands down, one of my favorite memories of Sunday was that fatal four-way, or I guess elimination four-way. Because again, all four of those guys showed out. They brought old school ACW back to life, and it was amazing. And again, for two guys who didn't really know or experience old school ACW, they fit right in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like you said, for a crowd that didn't really know, Gabe, they were behind him.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't I didn't get that much of a reaction when I came out, but just as soon as the match started and I did my thing, they were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
because you showed how rugged it is. How rugged.
Rugged as fuck.
I got a rugged as
That's
fuck.
why I had
Yes.
to get my music playing to distract him, so that he could lose. Because at ACW and HOT can kiss my butt.
We'll
You
talk
can say
more.
yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Rehab, more adult.
I've said fuck how many
We're used to not cussing because we perform in front of children.
Touche.
True. Children
mean,
watch
you're
this
still in
anyway,
front of
but yeah, I was gonna
children,
say it's like
that's
children
yeah.
still watch this, but it
I
doesn't
don't think
matter.
they're on.
As long as I don't use like cruel ones, I'm good.
Yeah.
Just don't say cunt. You're probably fine.
The George Carlin list. Let's just,
Exactly.
But I honestly, like, and as great as the general match was with Jay Serious taking the win, my favorite part of the whole thing was at the end where Exodus Prime, put the MPX championship on the line to get that number one, against the number one contendership spot for Jay Serious. And it happened as predictable as you could think with Exodus Prime, taking him out before the bell.
Representing an MPX crowd. I think that was one thing I liked the most. Is one, when he came out, he had the title, which I love seeing because I get multiverses, different promotions don't bring the titles or whatever, but and it may be biased obviously, but seeing the MPX title on Exodus, which does look fucking amazing, and then seeing it at another promotion to an audience that may not know MPX as much.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking loved it. And then also seeing him like, oh, I'll defend it. And then again,
It was an MPX championship match.
It's very minor, but it is. It does attend to the ECW heart of me of hearing the cussing. And just because I haven't really heard Exler's been around enough to hear him say fuck or motherfucker, I'm like, oh shit! All right, cool. This is real. It's on. Cool. That was all great. And then just having him versus J Series. And again, I've always liked J Series. I know you've had.
I had issues. He was actually really good in this match. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's always good. But seeing him, kind of technically in the record books, having a title match against the MPX champion, I love that because J Series I think is one of those talents in Texas that is very underrated. He is one of the best technicians in the ring, and Gabe may attest to this. The way he sees wrestling is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's amazing what he can see before it even happens and before what a fan can see.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite things about ACW when I was going there is seeing Jay Serious wrestle because the man is fucking good. And then again, having him go against Exodus, and like you said, Exodus taking a little advantage.
Mm-hmm.
It was less than a minute, but a very quick match. Mm-hmm. But again, Exodus defending the MPX title proud and also now getting the #1 contender for the ACW televised.
Yeah.
I was going to say YouTube still, but it's televised apparently. Yeah, that's what Exodus is, right? I mean, he's got 2 kids, so it makes sense. So I was far away. It's fine. No, it wasn't. Okay. Told you I've been drinking, so that's your fault.
Along with that, we also got to see some, ACW stalwarts and MPX originals, and the fact that Izzy James took on Jeff Gant.
Dirty Dick.
The Dirty Dick, Jeff can't get it right.
The Dirty.
Okay. We got to see Dmitry Alexandrov take on Moonshine Mantel in a champion versus champion match.
Well, and I think that's the thing is you look at the ACW history, and to my knowledge, at least I remember, Izzy James, Gregory James, whatever, longest reigning ACW world champion in their history. And Jeff Gant, someone who's been a stalwart there, someone who's always been a guy that's at ACW, finally getting that title, finally getting that recognition for kind of carrying ACW for what he has, finally getting the win, finally getting the belt. That was amazing. And a little bit of a shock because, again, Jeff is one of those that is an amazing talent that a lot of people don't really realize. And then beating a talent like Izzy, who is regarded as one of the best in Texas, that was amazing to see. And then, like I said, Moonshine and Dimitri going to pretty much no contest, double pinfall. One of the most, next to, the hardcore match, which is different because they got weapons and shit like that, one of the most physical matches we've seen. Everyone knows how hard Dimitri chops. God, Moonshine's amazing.
Moonshine tenderized.
I was gonna say, I was like, cause I got sent to the Prince all night, and there was about 2 of them.
He got royal privileges.
I did, and there was 2 of them that Prince hit, and he goes, "Oh no, I'm not doing that." Like, no, man, Moonshine's physical as fuck. But him and Dimitri going out there and just killing it, like you said, the Heart of Wrestling Texas title on the line, the ACW televised title on the line, and ending in the double pinfall that it did, double suplex pin. Beautiful, well laid out, one of those that almost went to a time limit draw. Just, again, very physical, and if anyone was at Red River, Gary J. and Moonshine, it was more physical than that.
It was.
But they were amazing, and they went all over the building. They went to the outside and stuff like that, so it was great.
Yeah, and then of course the main event with the ACW Hardcore Championship
Carl
match.
says hi.
Masada, the Texas Chainsaw Sky de Lacrimosa, and of course the Blood of Texas, Aaron Mercer. That was a hell of a match. I didn't get to see the finish because we were trying to beat the rain. Unfortunately, the rain beat us.
It beat everyone. This match was every hardcore wrestling fan's dream. The amount of weapons and blood. Of course, I've seen Sky wrestle a lot of hardcore matches and stuff like that. I don't know if I've seen Sky bleed that much before. Just the amount of blood he gave and the heart he had to keep going was great. Mercer took it all, injured his shoulder a little bit. He's fine, but that match again, and it was also great. I liked at the beginning. Sky had the ACW Hardcore title. Mercer had his re-won the Wrestle Rave title, which he was the champion of, but he finally got the belt back from the Kirks the night before. And you got Masada, who's that new XPW champion. All three of them had belts out there. Just it felt special. And I think that was I think that was great about ACW was, yes, it's special. Yes, it's hardcore. It's anarchy. That match was, you couldn't have ended a better card than with that match. Not just because it's hardcore, not just because it's violent and stuff like that. It is what ACW always was. And like I said, the blood, the weapons. We saw tape, we saw doors, we saw chairs, we saw a barbed wire bat, we saw a chainsaw bat, we saw tacks, we saw gussets. Everything that was there was amazing, and it's old school ACW, and there's not many more that can do it better that represents ACW than Sky. But having Mercer win, having Mercer be the new ACW Hardcore champion, it does usher in that new era of anarchy in Texas.
Yeah, because like Jason Silver, Sky was pretty much cut his teeth over at ACW.
Yeah.
The Lost Boys proving that they are like hardcore legends of Texas, as it were.
It was, and again, like I said, I've seen Sky bleed a lot. I don't know if I've seen him bleed that much. And then also just be as happy as he has.
That's Sky.
And Mercer had a little different, but Sky and Mercer liked the match, but Sky was so happy, and it's one of those where it's a different kind of breed, and the boys can attest to that. There's that flip that switches that there are certain things you like and certain things you may not like. Like I remember during that match, X was like, "You couldn't pay me enough to do this shit," but for Sky, he probably fucking do that shit for free. Like that's what he enjoys.
Yeah. No, I'm with X. You're gonna.
I think that was one of the favorite things.
Like I'll go through some tables, land on a ladder, chairs. He'll see. There you go.
No, and I think that's one of my favorite things is seeing wrestlers get sucked in to it. Like very rarely do we see wrestlers get sucked into wrestling, and it's one of those where, yeah, there were guys like the Four-Way and Dimitri and Moonshine. They're watching, but they're still wrestlers. When that death match happened, when that final happened, they were all fans, and they can probably attest to it. Every wrestler was watching, eyes were glued, and they were back to being a fan. They were back to being a kid. They were back to enjoying wrestling and not necessarily over critiquing, because that's even fucking fans do that. I did it too.
I was just enjoying that.
Exactly.
As soon as Mercer's song came on, I was so happy. I was
you
so
a fan
excited.
of Turn Back Time?
I was gonna say.
I also love Aaron Mercer as a wrestler.
Yeah.
Death match, dude.
I love what Richard called the impossible team of.
Big Murkowski.
I love what Richard called the possible team up of Dimitri and Aaron Mercer of Share Bears.
But yeah, that again, if they run again, which I pray that God they do, every addict, every wrestling fan needs to go to an ACW show, especially if it is at Come and Take It Live, because I said that is the fucking closest thing we'll get to the Mohawk, and it was amazing.
Mohawk closed down, didn't it?
It didn't close down. It just it's a little high to go there now. It cost a little much.
Oh, damn.
But it was Come and Take It Live was a very good venue. Not necessarily for ACW, it'd be good for wrestling in general.
Yeah.
But again, ACW was amazing. Definitely a highlight in what was a shitty week for me. I loved everything about Anarchy. Like I said, it may not have been as good as the old ACW, but it was so fucking close that for a while I forgot that ACW had been gone for a couple of years.
Yeah. But of course, that was the other two shows that we went to this weekend, and of course, let's go ahead and talk about the show that everybody's here for in the first place, Summerfest 2022.
Our kingdom.
Thank you, Jeremy Piven.
Our kingdom.
Yes,
Yeah.
our.
MPX, not ACW. It's okay.
Yeah.
Back to this. Back to this universe.
Yeah, switch it. Now you like me. Now you like me.
Now he's your brother again.
Yeah, now I'm your
I
brother.
am the prince of the Metroplex.
And I am your Duke of Rugged.
Bow! Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you.
Fuck you.
Jay,
What?
did you bow?
I have a job to do.
Bow!
Bow,
I have
motherfucker!
a job to do.
Bow!
guys.
I bowed and I got a job.
It was quick.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
Since our dynamic has had to change a little bit and everything like that on Saturdays, I guess.
Why dynamic? There's no dynamic.
I guess that one's from the fans?
Yes.
Okay.
Can't yell at her.
But for the start of the night, we got a match that was like, honestly,
That's
in a lot of ways, I agreed with you last week that that Tommy Dean versus Luke Langley should have been a main event style match.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Given what we got, that makes sense that it wasn't.
I
But
was gonna say I was told I hyped it up a little bit, which shouldn't be crazy.
What?
I probably did.
I think it delivered.
It did fucking deliver. That was the thing I was going to get to. Is it didn't matter if, like I thought they should have been an event, and they probably could have gone 30 or 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The time limit they were given and what they did was fucking beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a testament to how good they are. Like we said, last year, Luke Langley, Dimitri, match of the year, hands down, won by a landslide.
Oh yeah, actually, it was like the next closest ones were at least 10% away or something like that. Given that it was 10 matches that were to choose from.
My call.
And then, yes.
Hey! The
PR
second one
forced
was
it
my
on us
call,
and it
so
fucking
hey.
made it.
They were on there too.
Yeah, that was the debut of the year.
Mine was dead last, but like people who don't like tag team.
Now it should be both.
Oh,
They hate
Now
that.
it's
That's okay.
No, I won.
Y'all got y'all are in the tag team of the year.
I still won.
Well, now.
but Luke Langley, one of the best unsigned kept secrets in. How you say Texas because he's all over Oklahoma, Arkansas, wherever the fuck he is, Missouri, Kansas. Luke is an amazing talent that should be booked, and he is. Don't get me wrong. I just wish it was more at MPX. The man's fucking booked everywhere. And then Tommy Dean, who, since he's kind of come into MPX, has really got the addicts' attention. Has been on their radar as one of the best wrestlers we have. And they delivered. Do I wish it was main event?
Yeah.
Obviously, but given what we had at the end, I get it, makes sense, cool. But man, do they deserve more than 15 minutes? Maybe, but again, with the 15 minutes they were given, which, and granted, I may be wrong, it was about 13, 14 minutes.
Yeah.
They fucking delivered match of the year candidate, and it was amazing and beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
And honestly, a little shocking in the outcome. 'Cause we've seen Tommy Dean lately.
Not exactly have the greatest luck. Yeah.
No, XV has all kind of been bad, with the exception of Dimitri winning the prospect title.
Well, I don't know.
And then later on, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Spoiler. But no, Tommy getting back on winning ways.
Yeah.
And again, even in defeat, you can look good. Tommy Dean in defeat against Masada looked amazing.
Yeah.
Luke Langley in defeat looked amazing against Tommy Dean. This is a match I definitely would love to see again. And granted, if you've been in Oklahoma, you've seen it before.
I mean, how Tommy Dean has shared the.
Oh yeah, that's his
link.
father.
Yeah.
That's his wrestling father.
Yeah.
But no, they were amazing together, and again, I can't sing enough high praises about how good this match was.
Yeah. Then after that, we had a singles match between the leading man, Michael Schaefer, with most of his entourage.
Yeah, we missed PP.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Taking on Mr. Legs, making his
He was having
return.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, there's something about the camera. It's fine.
Yeah. And his singles return, actually. In which, Michael Schaefer, this match was something.
It's exactly what it should have been. We always talked about last week. We talked about it's going to be a good comedy match, but even out of that, it was a good wrestling match. That's maybe a little biased. Some people say, "Oh, you're biased," whatever. Fuck y'all. Legs is so good in the ring. Yes, he's a comedy act. Yes, he is for the children, but that man can go. He is so good and talented. Everyone he's in there the ring with. And even then, we've talked about it before. Oh, he's against Jerome. This isn't going to be good. He fucking makes a good match.
Yeah.
Legs is actually really, really, really talented wrestler.
And it's like,
again, Schaefer being as good as he is, being able to adapt to whatever. And again, the comedy spots were great with Turtle, with Sapo, and LP out there. Everything was so good. I really enjoy this match. I enjoy what we've got with Schaefer and what we're going. Like I said, I do hope it's not necessarily the dominant stable I was hoping for, but I honestly wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
See LP and Sapo when he's ready to go for tag titles, maybe. Having Schaefer go for singles, PP out there. It could be a good stable for MPX.
No, yeah, actually, it really could.
Paparazzi, it's PP.
Oh yeah.
They're far away from that.
Y'all need one more in order to be a stable. Hilda doesn't count, I'm sorry.
We're not saying that. We're saying.
But then after that, we had a no DQ triple threat match as the rugged Gabe Wilder with the Mad Prince and Hilda in his corner took on the Judge, Jake Lindsay, and Mikey B. It's just like, this was a weird... It's like a war between you three teams.
It was, and my only complaint,
Yeah, because they both suck.
and I've said it the last time we had this issue, or it was the triple threat tag, all members went out there. Where the fuck was Sammy? Sammy's already been there.
Yeah.
Sammy did it. Hilda wasn't there last time, yet now Hilda's here.
She saw
Nick's here. Like, what the fuck? Why can we not have everyone out there all at once?
She saw that Nick was going to be there and was like, not dealing with that today.
She didn't file a restraining order. She could be out there. She hasn't done that yet. It's okay, because we all know she loves Matlock anyway, so... Telling you, look at the pit. Pictures don't lie.
I've seen those.
Brian takes good pictures, and those pictures don't fucking lie. She's got lust in her eyes, brother.
She gets
Just
him
saying.
hungry.
You know, it's going to be Mikey that kicks your ass, not Matt.
Yeah, whatever.
And then, no, he's going to kick your ass and then he's going to hold you as Sammy finishes the job.
Which, again, this is the teaser that Daddy Hills sort of speak of. What if there's a match that I haven't asked yet that'll be match tonight? And it was fucking close. Like,
It really
God
was,
damn,
actually.
This match was so good, and it's one of those where, and I know Gabe's here and he'll get mad at me, Jake looks so good. For as young as he is in the career,
I was going to say, it's like...
for everything he's done and as little experience as he's had, the guy looks like that is a fucking star. And I get what they're doing is Sean and Diesel or whatever. That is...
You're welcome. You are welcome.
It's true. But I'm telling you, and give it a couple months, maybe or whatever, this is going to be 94 Diesel where he turns on red and that rocket is strapped to his ass and he's going to the fucking moon. That is what they got with Jake as long as they keep doing it right. And one thing I love the most, and it's Carl's fault, because, y'all agree, fuck Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that
Jake
guy.
had Hilda up. He said, put her down. What did he do? He put her fucking down. Not the way that everyone
Should have
wanted
been
to.
more specific,
See?
Carl. That's my sister.
See? Fuck Carl.
Hey, Tommy Dean.
Oh, Tommy Dean's here.
Are you
Tommy.
drunk?
though?
Yeah, do we have
Yes.
drunk Tommy or regular Tommy?
Tommy or me?
Tommy.
No.
We just like Tommy in general.
Mikey B coming away with a win on that match, surprisingly.
Yeah, because Carl screwed us.
See? I mean, and that is it was a little shocking because, again, Mikey's got this, I guess he's gone full force, like, into the boy band, like, 90s. Like, he was originally, white tank top, whatever. Now he's got the bucket hat, the fucking faux feather coat, whatever the fuck he's got.
Just watch a couple of
It
weeks
was
from now,
beautiful.
he's going to start doing the worm.
Oh my god.
He better.
I was going to say, actually,
I would pop.
Mikey, I want to see the worm.
Or like,
It'd be
He's gonna
better
borrow
if
Tommy
dance
Becker's
move.
jacket.
Or like do a different dance move and do it.
But
it would be better than, and Mikey, know that I love you, man. But it would be better than the attempt at the b-boy leg drop.
Yeah, I don't. Well, no, it's not like the oh yeah part. But,
That too.
No. But yeah, no. Mikey getting the win was a little surprising, given that again, looking at everyone outside, they have one less member of their team and entourage or whatever the fuck you want to call it out there, and it's also you gotta fight Nick for that first though.
We'll both do it.
But also given. Anyways, but no, given the fact that Mikey is still trying to learn viciousness and fortitude from Matt Locke, it was a little shocking.
Yeah.
I think it was again.
It's because they said his name twice.
Exactly. That is the power. If Cody didn't say Matt Locke and Mikey twice, then he wouldn't win.
Except Matt's never.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
No, I had the win right there, and he wanted to just frog splash onto my back.
which that's very much exactly what
I had him
Matt
back.
Locke
I
taught
hit
him.
him with the GTS.
When
That is
he-
true.
Jake-
GTSP. Go look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah.
And then Carl decided to count.
He
Even though
counted
we're
so
supposedly his
slow.
boys.
Counted so slow, and I'm his boy. And then here comes Mikey. Boom.
But yeah, Mikey definitely did
And
learn
then-
that one from Matt Locke, because that's how Matt Locke got the All-Star name when he stole the win from Jackson Stone.
I don't think he stole.
Yeah, he did.
No.
Yeah.
That's an all-star.
It's like when
pretty
Mikey B stole
all-star-ish.
the win from Gabe Wilder.
Okay, I'll agree with that. 'Cause I'm
Carl
gay,
gave
so.
him
But no, Mikey getting the win again, a little shocking, especially given what we saw later, which is given later is a little surprising how Mikey had to come out really quick after a match. Because you always got to come out there and, he's got to be with this boy. He's got to go with Matt Locke. Matt Locke was with them. Now
Yeah,
Mikey's got to be
Sammy
with him.
wasn't
And
there.
it's, Mikey's bound to be tired as fuck. He just survived the match with Ruggeds.
Yeah, yeah. The fact that they
got
actually
real
went
right.
back and then they came back out.
Yeah, I was a little shocked about that. I figured Mikey would just be like, I ain't going back. I'll just sit here.
Let's just wait a moment. I mean, we're already here, yeah.
Because, let's be honest. The building's hot as fuck. And
It really
everyone is tired as fuck. So.
But then,
We're not rugged as fuck. That's on you.
The Tommy Becker versus the All-Star Matt Locke, one-on-one, and this match did not go how Matt Locke thought it would go.
It didn't, because I feel, and I've said it last time, Tommy's chops have gotten better.
They have.
He's finally learned, after taking so many of them, how to give them.
Yeah,
But
he
he's
still
in
had.
there against Matt Locke.
I was gonna
so-
say he still took a Matt Locke chop, and that's a different
he didn't
beast.
take Matt Locke. He took a fucking lariat that almost took his fucking head off. That was fucking amazing. I think everything about this, and it's my only critique, and this is a fan thing, the tossing of the towel, the white shirt and everything, a little quick. Could have been a little longer to draw it out a little bit.
Give it a little more attention.
But other than that match was very good, and we knew it would be. When you look at the, and we'll talk about it later, but when you look at the card going in, you know kind of what to expect. It's either if they exceed or kind of fail, unless it's a surprise match like the Triple Threat. You kind of know, as a fan, at least if you're like us who overanalyze and watch wrestling too much, what to expect and what not to expect. It'll exceed, it'll meet, or it'll go down. And this one definitely, I thought, exceeded. It was very good.
Yeah, the matches for next week are
There's a couple that I'm very high on.
So are we. There's one guy.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you're very interested in that
fuck,
one.
I gotta talk about that
Two,
too.
Yeah.
sure, too, but
But no, this match was very good. Obviously, Tommy Bolton's music or whatever the fuck that noise is going on.
That's the sound a buzzard makes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's a little weird, but.
Yeah. And didn't you know buzzards vomit as a
Hey,
defense
don't disrespect Tommy Bolton.
I really didn't. I like Tommy.
He helped me win a match.
Yeah, that is true. I do like Tommy.
That's the sound Taylor makes to say so. Excuse me.
God damn, I'm glad you don't have a mic. Fuck!
mechanism?
Even I can't say that, and I'm like, fucking half.
But yeah, no, I agree with you. It's like Tommy Becker coming away with the win because Mikey threw in the towel. I really do wish they'd actually milked the towel just a little bit more.
And it wasn't
because I
even-
did have questions, people questioning me. He's like, "Wait, what just happened?"
Well,
So-
it wasn't even that, man. 30 seconds longer. It wasn't even long. Just a little bit longer would have made it. But again, it was kind of seeing what they're going for and seeing it. Saying, I was like, oh, they're going to do the Owen Brett 94 finish, which go look that up. That's what they're going for, and it was just so quick. I'm like, it should have been maybe 30 seconds longer, maybe a minute. But no, it was like ankle lock, boom, towel, and I'm like, we could have waited a little bit. But other than that, the match was perfect.
Stealing your wife's facts, Cole. Let's not lie here.
You're stealing what?
Cole.
Wife bows to me, bro.
I just heard stealing wife. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Your wife bows to us.
Does to everyone.
Just to us.
That kind of
Even at the bar.
Even at the bar.
There's
But
video proof.
Then we had the tag team
always
match
film, so.
of confident cards, Chad Delvin and, of course, Chip Mandalay, High Stakes Chip Mandalay, taking on the Lost Boys. And this one went an interesting way.
This was kind of my really first time seeing Chad, and that guy's good. I was actually thoroughly impressed with how good Chad was. Definitely my first time seeing.
It was a good time. It was good to see the confident cards in a match in which they weren't getting absolutely destroyed by Shiva and Ryan.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, this is my first time really seeing confident cards in action. Yeah, we saw them, but again, that was kind of a squash where they fucking died. But no, seeing Chad actually get to work, obviously the talent of Silver and Sky, and then also a tag team with Chip, I really enjoyed it. Would love to see him more. I've always said I would love to see Chip more. Seeing them as a team, I wouldn't mind, because it is something that is missing with MPX is tag teams. Like, we have some, we have a dominant one, obviously. But we need, the tag team division is kind of lacking. So to see them more and more would be amazing and great.
You destroy them.
And this outcome did shock me a little, just because of the storyline we kind of were going with.
Love each other.
With, the Lost Boys and XP and everything, everybody losing, kind of like that. I really did kind of expect, the Common Cars coming home, going to get a win, and go on. But it didn't. It was surprising, and obviously love, because I do love the Lost Boys. Sorry. That they won.
All the better.
I know. I'm going to hate Saturday, aren't I?
Probably.
But yeah, having them get the win, kind of, overcome that loss and everything, it was great. It was a little weird, because in the end, if you actually look at this, and again, this is more of just fans overanalyzing, it technically was face versus face. It's one of those where it was like, it's a little weird. The fans, the addicts didn't know what to do, because they obviously are lost. That is Lost Boys territory. They know who they're going to go for. But it was a little weird match layout. But again, it was very good. I would love to see Chad more.
Given how hot the crowd was all night Saturday night, this one was, I would actually say, probably the lowest, because I think they were expecting the Lost Boys to lose again.
Probably. And I'll be honest, the next match I can attest to, because I was outside dealing with my own shit. I can't attest to how the crowd was. But yeah, this was one of those where I was a little shocked that we didn't, and it may be because I wasn't saying shit, but we didn't get the Sky's Gonna Kill You chant. We didn't get Silver. We didn't get Lost Boys. Like, we didn't really get a lot of crowd interaction.
Yeah.
And I think part of that may be right, is I think, because if it's not me, it is the front row girls. I do think they felt the same way, that, it's going to go down, it's going to be another Lost Boys lost. And they didn't. And I may be an outside, but I didn't realize it was for a number one contendership, which may have told a different story.
They weren't exactly clear with that.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I didn't know if that was your show or if that.
Yeah, no, it was like I didn't find out until I was being prepped for the after show that they're number one contenders now. I'm like,
Tatum always pulls it 24/7. He's got a problem.
You should see a psychiatrist about that.
Maybe a urologist.
It's chronic masturbation. It's a problem.
I know some good meds you can take. My dad gave them to me.
Daddy Hill?
Not Daddy.
But then we had the singles match that I think everybody was just kind of like, it kind of came out of nowhere for a lot of people because, it's two guys that MPX loves to see taking each other on. No preamble, but I don't think anyone cared.
No, this is one of those when you see the matchup, you've got the Puerto Rican juggernaut, Angel, people they may not like, but they know he's going to be dominant, and they like seeing destruction. They may not like him as a person or as a wrestler, but they like the destruction. And you got Malico, who is fucking crazy and a clown, and will give it his all. That is true. Why? I thought you got rid. I thought you helped me and got rid.
In the dungeon.
I thought you got rid of the clown for me, and then he comes back, and I had to go outside and not watch this match.
He went through the mad world.
Ugh.
Why are you so scared of clowns?
I saw it when I was 5, and it terrified me ever since.
I saw it when
Yeah,
I was
it's a legit phobia.
I saw it when I was young. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like clowns.
I'll admit, I didn't see it until I was like 7 or 8 years
You don't
old.
like that
And my first thought was,
It terrifies me a little bit. I know it's you, so it's okay. And that is the thing. Like, I was dealing with my own problems, so I didn't watch it. I love Malico. I think he's phenomenal in the ring. He really is. Especially with recent news and what's happened in the past couple of months, given what he does with what he is, which that may say wrong to say, but given one leg, is fucking amazing for a lot of people for what, 5-6 years didn't know that.
yeah.
And now it's just become a thing. It's amazing to see how good he's been. And it's one of those where, as much as I hate clowns, the character's fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was my big complaint. If anyone remembers when he tried to change and get rid from the clown. When
Tried
he
to
was
become Keegan Azkaban.
Alakazam?
Azkaban.
Azkaban, like,
Harry Potter.
Yeah, where Harry Potter was.
Tartasman.
I said, I was like, look, I'm glad he won't be the clown because I'll deal with it more, better. But clown's where it's at. That's his name. It's amazing, and he's so good at it.
Yeah.
I'll never forget my first experience with him, and it was when I was in Maine. Was the vignettes with him and Baby D.
I was gonna say it was similar to Baby D's first experience with him.
And that terrified me obviously. But then seeing him in the ring, I'm like, oh fuck, you're too good not to watch and be terrified of. So I can only imagine how good Angel and him was. I think the outcome did shock me a little bit. Just seeing
That move though,
seeing that Angel won. Granted, how do you? I wasn't there, so how did he win?
his finisher.
It was like a pop-up world strongest.
You know, like the
slam.
waist.
You remember?
Yeah.
I just that it was right before Camacho got me 4 times in a row.
But it's like a wasteland world strong.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Okay. So being there, if I would have watched it, okay, cool. Great finish. Just seeing it on paper like Angel won, I'm like, it's a little for MPX because Malico is almost MPX territory.
Yeah.
But I mean, Lugo won there, so that makes
Yeah.
sense they lost. So.
Yep. And then we had what was supposed to be the main event, the number 1 contenders match for the Addicts Championship, as that guy, Red Chambers, took on the true hero, Casey Clay. And, of course, the judge and Nick were both out there.
Why wouldn't they be? They have manager license. They're allowed to be out there. Just like Hilda's allowed to be out there. They have manager license.
It's the team license.
Oh, okay. Kirby willed that to them. They're allowed to be out there. R.I.P.
In the will.
It's in his will.
Exactly.
But I'll be honest, I was actually, given the way the story's been going lately, I was actually kind of surprised Casey won this one.
I am a 9 just for the simple fact that is, okay, say Red wins.
Mm-hmm.
Heel versus heel. It's not MPX. Now, granted, you could do a whole thing where one of them turns or whatever. But it's just, again, over wrestling, overthinking. It doesn't make sense for Red to chase a heel champion.
I don't know. I mean, the back and forth that the Boyz and the Sons of Mayhem have had over the past month.
But even then, I feel it's more the Boyz and BFF, Sons of Mayhem. Like, I feel there's been that buffer. I feel like, yes, they have the Boyz, and they'll attest, they hate Sons of Mayhem, but not as much as BFF. Mikey's annoying as fuck. Let's be honest. It's true. Matlock, he's indifferent.
I just
They're
can't get
indifferent.
him off my back.
See?
No matter, I can't get Mikey off my bed. No matter how many times we beat them.
We have wrestled 6 times.
6 times.
In 5 of those at MPX. And I've beaten him in 5 of those matches.
All at MPX.
All at MPX.
But this one actually came out with, like I said, it was a freaking fantastic match because
It really was. And we talked about it last week, or not last week, the week before, when Casey was in that triple threat with Red and Exodus, how it may be in the building, it was super hot. Casey looked a little tired, he looked blown.
Yeah.
And it was one of those where you could see him huffing and puffing. I'm like, ooh, Casey needs a little cardio. Casey, it's a little hot in there. And then to go through this match and then go through what he did later, it's like, oh, no, never mind. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Casey's great.
Yeah. So it may have just been that day was not a good day.
Well, the day was a little hotter, let's be honest.
Because, after Casey wins, the Mad Prince comes out and basically tells him, it's like, oh, great, you've won, and now you're going to get embarrassed. And, well, Casey learns something from Tommy Dean earlier on, that if you call them out just right, you can get the match. Doesn't always work out. I mean, Tommy Dean learned that part.
Still not official.
I don't believe that was a sanctioned match.
That actually,
Even though this is my kingdom, when would have I ever given the right to sanction a match?
We didn't hear Daddy Hill say it's okay.
Honestly, I've been...
Did you see how
I
he
have
was
been asking
after
Richard.
the match?
It's true.
He was mad. I had to sleep in the doghouse instead of on my nice memory foam mattress.
I've been
I
asking
got
Richard
sleep.
how the legal proceedings are going. He's yet to get back to me on that, so I can't give any updates on that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry.
But there will be justice. I will get my baby back.
Still have this baby.
Tommy Two.
I know.
You're still Mr. MPX. I'll never go away.
Yeah,
Right.
You got that for 5 years. We don't do that tournament often.
yeah, that's true.
I am Mr. MPX.
But no, I think I'm not gonna lie, it did shock me a little bit, just because given how dominant Tommy has been within the Addicts title, with Hilda, with Gabe, with Daddy Hill, and it just coming off, Casey's big win and him being winded. I'm like, oh, okay, another fucking squash for Casey, just like when he had the prospect title. It's like, this is weird. Why are we doing this? And then Tommy, to his credit, dominated 95, if not 98% of that match.
I mean,
Got caught with Clay's-cution, and then 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, actually, I was surprised too, given especially how the match started out.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He got a little...
Hilda was just checking to make sure he's medically cleared to go. That's all she was
Daddy
doing.
has his nut cup on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
sure he's medically
part,
cleared.
it's all part of the process. He had
Sure,
his nut cup on
sure.
so we could have the match.
You like how quick I thought it? Don't
Yeah.
But then he got up, so I had to kick him in the head.
Yeah.
It makes you upset when you talk about it.
But that was Summerfest last week. That was, all in all, a good show, depending on who you are. This week, Predator and Prey, which very apt name given the matchups that we're going to be
Very
seeing.
excited for this.
Or we're just capitalizing off Hulu, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
It's like we're going to have, of course, that Texas death match between the Buzzard Tommy Bolton and the All-Star Matt Locke.
I threw it at you.
Yeah, exactly. So blame him. He threw it. Yeah, I did a Dalton again. The sheet's wet.
But honestly, the fact that management's allowing a Texas death match.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that shocks me is, again, MPX death matches and every other death match is very weird. We'll see what happens because the hatred we have with Tommy and Matlock going, it's going to be interesting to see how far they go, where they're going.
He headbutts
No.
into his skull.
I mean, you probably will, because that's what.
Greg, I thought we were friends, man. Come on.
Apparently, I'm reporting the sphere of sexual content.
I mean, we can give
What?
we can give Kyle one. You can give Kyle a chop. It's okay.
No, please.
Yes,
don't.
please.
Yes.
No.
Well, he is going to be.
What have I
supporting
done?
He's going to be supporting your opponents this Saturday. So.
Yeah.
But that's not for sure.
This is also the
Hold
place.
on.
I now
place we
work
get to
for
do it now.
MPX as well, so I have to be down the middle on this one. So sorry,
I got the
Yeah.
boys. You got the Lost Boys. So
but yeah,
Sorry,
no,
Sky.
this
Fucked
match.
up.
Honestly, it's like we've gotten to see Tommy Bolton a few times now. I don't feel like we've gotten to see everything Tommy Bolton can do.
We really haven't because Tommy, again, it's one of those where, and again, I don't even know because I know I've seen him a couple times. I don't think he's done hardcore death matches per se, but we've seen Matlock do some hardcore shit. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And again, it's MPX. What kind of Texas death match are we getting?
Yeah. Because actually, we did see a Texas death match at MPX before, and it was actually very different than how people expect Texas death matches to be. Because now they're expecting a lot more of the, to be perfectly honest, kind of super indie version of the Texas death match.
And it's one of those where it may not be what you're thinking.
Yeah, this may be a lot more of the old school Texas.
But then
death
again,
match.
it may be what the addict's thinking. It may be what fans like me think as far as the deathmatch goes.
Yeah.
We don't know. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, we've seen Locke kind of go hardcore in deathmatch and be physical. At least, okay, addicts haven't seen it, but if you follow his stuff in Houston,
Locke's going to bleed again, isn't he?
he bleeds instantly.
Yeah.
Like I said, hardest head, but fucking bleeds easy. So that's going to be interesting. But it may be a rivalry that hasn't been around long, but it is heated. Matlock I dare say he hates him more than Tommy Dean.
Done a very
And
good job.
it's very hard to hate more than he does Tommy Dean, but it's fucking
I
close.
think it's just people named Tommy, which I'm sorry for that. If that
That's
is
probably.
the case.
I mean, it never works out in his favor, so it's.
That's true.
He literally had Tommy Becker last week.
Yeah.
What happened?
God, he really does hate Tommy.
Yeah, he hates Tommies.
What you got against the name Tommy, man?
And I was going to say, is I can remember it was he was about ready to lay some real smackdown on you on your addicts match.
Yeah.
And Tommy Bolton.
You know, Matlock was actually my very first win at MPX.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yep.
Wow.
With a pull up.
Oh well. Hey.
because Dexter was trying to tell him to do something.
I'm sorry.
That is
You
true.
can't discount the roll up. It works.
It does work.
Your clout, what was it? Cred killer? or
Cred
whatever?
killer.
Yeah.
Cred killer. He never used it again after that, but yeah.
Because he realized how fucking dumb it was.
He was the one who said, just like,
Good
yes,
job,
I'm going to
Tatum.
do that. And then I'm like, okay, cool, do it.
One good thing Tatum did. But no, this match is one of those where we like we said, looking at paper, holy shit, this match could be amazing.
Mhm.
But again, am I giving my hopes up as a hardcore deathmatch fan, or am I going to realize that it's MPX, it's going to be an MPX deathmatch?
Mhm.
Because again, there are differences. Either
Yes.
way, it's going to be great and physical.
It's really a lot more like the classic Texas
Yeah,
deathmatch.
so it's going to be good.
Yeah. Then after that, we've got the MPX Addicts Championship match, as the judge, Jake Lindsay, will be challenging the hero Casey Clay for the MPX Addicts Championship belt.
True Addicts champion.
Shut your damn mouth.
Maybe.
But it is. It's I do.
Well, hey, Daddy Hill's in the comments
It's
now.
Okay.
just not.
Daddy, no.
Fuck.
Because our dad supports us.
Yeah, but he doesn't like me.
Why? Because he loves us.
He doesn't like me though. But it is one of those things where is Red sending Jake to do kind of his dirty work? Like, Red gonna get the job done, so you're gonna send the judge out to it.
It's okay. The Sons of Mayhem, they're a brotherhood. I mean, they're the last graduates
Yeah, the old circle jerk
of Stephen Kirby. I
You
was
actually
almost.
did a pretty good job.
It's like I was gonna be fine, and then he broke it. Like, God damn it!
You notice their logo is a circle, so it makes sense.
Look at my dick, I'm so rugged.
And then the skull in the middle. It's perfectly safe.
God damn you.
After what
That's
Nick
the-
Nash did when
that's
he was
the
on
thing.
here, this is
That's the
acceptable.
finish.
Yeah. That's what they're aiming for.
Yeah.
That's the Bukkake.
But
Bad kid, my teeth move.
it's the judge trying to get revenge for his brother Red. You know?
Right, which is one of those where it's like, does Red not deserve this? Like, why did you?
I mean,
Mikey literally pinned him last week, and he gets a title shot.
That is very true.
I'm not
Why
going
not
to-
Mikey?
I didn't lose. He lost. I didn't get pinned.
Well, Mikey's getting a funeral later, so.
Which actually, that was one of the-
brother, yes he is.
That was one of the first
That's the one
matches
I'm
where
looking
Get to boy bands.
Set to the boy.
last Saturday was one of the first time in like a month in which the Sons of Mayhem had been involved in a triple threat of some sort, and not been on the middle loss, where they didn't take the pin but they didn't win either.
Yeah.
So they actually lost last week
Ha!
twice.
2 times?
Yeah.
2 times. No, it's gonna be interesting. It is Casey's first Addicts, defense, and it is. I think it's one of those we also kind of glossed over a little bit when Casey did win. He's only one more away from a Grand Slam.
Mm-hmm. He just needs to get a new tag partner.
Which is, and again, this is Overrun Lives in Wrestling. Is tag team not the easiest belt to get? Like,
Hey,
it seems
shut
like
your
what?
it seems like
Shut your damn
I'm
mouth.
saying. You got
Chop,
you got
chop,
two.
chop.
You got
Come on, Brandon,
you got
Now
you
you're
got
gonna get chopped.
you got a member.
I was gonna say-
and you got a friend going singles titles. The Addicts, the Prospect, the World is a lot harder than having a partner. And again, I always forget. I always thought he had it with Noah. I forget Noah was Noah and Red.
Yeah.
Like, I always forget that because I think it's Casey and Red, or Casey and Noah, because that's what they came in as. So to have Casey get 3 singles as early as he is, all he's got now is the tag. He probably could be the fastest and youngest Grand Slam champion we have.
That is true. That is true.
Everyone knows I love tag team. Hold on! I just realized. Everyone knows I love tag team championship wrestling. Hold on!
Nobody wants to tag with him. That's why.
That is true. Casey has
Too big of an ego.
Casey has turned on a lot of partners, so it's going to be hard to find. I guess, yeah, good point. It's going to be hard to find a tag team partner to get that gold with.
Yeah.
Especially with
I was
that
gonna say
size
it's
of
like
ego.
it's
You
like
see how big that head is?
you've seen the record that these two have had against the Lost Boys, brothers who are like multi-time
You got to
MPX
do
tag
floppy.
team
They're
champions.
limp.
They're limp.
They're flaccid. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Can't get it up.
I know where that's going. It's
Started
okay.
up
You're
last
fucked.
week.
I
But
don't have a show to get chopped on anymore, so fuck Saturdays.
I'll make sure it's live.
But speaking of that, it's like I said, the Lost Boys, multi-time MPX tag team champions, and they have just not had the greatest luck at all against the
We'll make sure we
boys.
film a couple of promos.
Whether it was because Mad Prince took advantage of the fact that it was the Purge and eliminated one of them before the match even started.
Perfectly legal.
Perfectly legal.
You're trying to discredit the fact that they beat Hardacus.
Well, Hardacus was
We
still...
survived Hardacus.
I was gonna say, it's like I don't know about beat, but definitely
I
survived.
drew him away so
Yeah.
we could win.
And I pulled the win in.
And of course, it's like they took the belts from in the first place. Y'all retained.
That day. Yeah, we retained the titles.
Still
Y'all
hold on to
wanted,
this.
y'all wanted in
It's mine.
the tournament.
Yeah.
Still,
We wanted
This
that
is
day.
yours.
they were mine all
That's
along.
yours.
Yeah.
Make sure he's good.
But no, it is going to be again, anytime they're in the ring, it's fucking, and we'll talk about it, it's physical as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be honest. Silver hits hard. He may be, 4 foot nothing, 100 pounds nothing, but this guy fucking hits.
That's true. That is very true. We experienced that when he was on rehab.
But again,
I've dealt with
they
him
hit
ever
harder.
since I debuted with
See?
Yeah.
It's going to be a great match, and again, like you said, it has not worked on the Lost Boys' favor.
No.
It's also never beat me.
That is true. Silver never has beaten you, has it?
There's only one more.
I don't want it.
I'd drink
2
them all.
singles.
Go ahead.
Have another.
2 and 1 tag.
Yep.
I
Because
mean,
I got him
there's
before
one
the
more
match
for
even
me.
started.
Fuck you.
Yep.
There's one more for
Oh, well, if that's the case.
But so obviously, there's
Yes, please let it settle this time.
things heavily in the favor of the boys here,
You mean
remaining our MPX
They
tag
also
team
messed
champions.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, like our dad said, luck won't beat skill.
That's true.
You can have all the luck you want, but when you actually work for the skill.
And
So-
again, like they, again, that's something we're kind of forgetting is they do have an extra advantage. I mean, two technically extra advantage. They have Daddy Hill. They also have Hilda.
Mm-hmm.
Lost Boys don't. We haven't seen Isaac in a while.
Yeah.
So
And
chocolate milk.
Heck yeah.
He mixed beer with chocolate milk. That's what Jasmine was saying.
Maybe he's
Getting
rugged.
that protein.
Maybe he's rugged as
No,
fuck.
I was gonna
he's
say-
rugged
I was gonna say-
enough to be around me. That's why.
I was going to say, he is the Mad Prince.
Yeah. Just because I'm on meds doesn't mean I can't enjoy a chocolate milk.
He
true.
literally
Yeah.
drinks those before wrestling.
Not anymore.
How you don't have a zero
He
mod,
hasn't
I
done.
don't know.
He hasn't done it. He hasn't done it in like a weekend or two, but still.
Chocolate White Russian? That would be your thing, wouldn't it?
But
I
speaking
like
of
mud
Russians,
slides.
the MPX Prospect Championship will be defended for the first time by Dmitry Alexandrov, our latest Grand Slam champion, in which he will be taking on a returning veteran to MPX. Christopher Hayden will be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
That's what
a
I'm excited.
this is a
Yeah.
match that's oh my god.
Mhm.
Because again, yeah, you got Dimitri, one of the most decorated athletes in MPX, one of the best in Texas right now, going against a veteran
Mm-hmm.
of Texas, someone in the addicts. I don't think this crop of addicts have seen him,
No,
so to
probably
speak.
not.
Not like that.
Yeah.
Hayden, if you've never seen him, is amazing.
Yeah.
Very talented, big guy,
He's gonna-
rough as fuck.
He's gonna take it to Dimitri.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This
no,
is
This
a
is his
hell
I've
of a
gotten to
first
roll
time.
around with him a few times before, and
Right?
oh my gosh.
We did it in training with him, and it was nice.
Yeah.
This is a hell of a first defense. For
Yeah.
your first defense, oh my god.
To take on someone like Christopher Hayden, that is
Like-
going to be...
Like, who did Dimitri piss off in management to get this as a first defense?
Well,
Usually your first
Me.
defense.
I was going to say, it's like, don't forget, he was in the
Usually-
Warfare
yeah, we-
match.
Usually your
Gabe
first
told
defense
on
is a
Dad-
little
told on to our
easier.
dad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Daddy
I
Hill
said,
did
just
this.
give him that one. He won't last.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a test to see how well he does.
And honestly, it's like,
Good luck getting
best
that first
best luck,
buddy
best of
boy.
luck, Bear Fighter.
Yeah.
Because, holy crap.
It's a fucking giant ass mean bear.
Uh-huh.
It's one of those bears that in video games you can't kill. Fuck.
Uh-huh, yeah. Then we got the singles match between that guy, Red Chambers, and Mr.
Right.
Legs. So we've got two former Rookies of the Year going one-on-one.
Battle of the Rookies.
I honestly feel bad for Mr. Legs because you know Red's super pissed.
Uh-huh.
Red is furious and he's going to take everything out on Mr. Legs. It's man, I hope he has.
You know what?
I
This
hope
is
he
the
has.
only time I will root for Red because I hate Mr. Legs just as much.
Sure. I hope Mr. Legs doesn't have.
Tag with
Because
him once, piece of crap.
let's be honest, Mr. Legs usually feeds off the crowd. I just hope the fucking soccer team in here again, because then he won't feed off of it, and Red can kind of just go through. So
Well, it didn't exactly serve him very well last week, so, you know.
he fed off pretty well though.
That is true. But yeah, no, with Red coming off of that loss for the number one contendership, and then of course, you know, the guy he lost to going on and directly winning the belt, you know, that's gotta sting.
I mean, yeah, it's
That's
definitely.
like 3 championship attempts that he's made: MPX championship, tag team championship, now Addicts championship. He's just had no luck with it.
That is Red's history. When we look at his rookie year, he always got fucking title matches and never won. So
I thought after he dropped the Pokemon protagonist gimmick, he was gonna.
it's
you know,
coming.
actually-
It's in the will. It just hadn't it hadn't reached maturity rate yet.
Oh right,
You know,
it's gotta be 20 years first.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly. Well, not even that. You got to wait till it's a certain age, and then he gets everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll eventually get all those titles. It takes a little bit.
Yep. And of course, here's the one that I'm really
The one
looking
I'm
forward
excited
to. Yeah,
about.
seriously, since seeing Brick Savage for the first time, I've been almost obsessed with this guy because he is.
R.I.P. Mikey.
I was gonna say,
R.I.P.
wear your black, wear your ties. It is the death of Mikey
I know.
B.
I'll cry
I
at
know
your
what
funeral,
it's
man.
like to go through this match. Good luck, Mikey.
Yeah. Whew. And of course, Brick Savage is also going. You know, him being there, he's got his
Actually,
eye
no. I
on.
wish you no luck.
You know, I think he may still have his eye on the Lost Boys as well.
Possibly, we'll see what happens. Brick Brick came in and they made a name for themselves. They came out and they said, who is the most decorated MPX athletes here tonight? And they picked out Silver and Sky. And I don't think there's two better names to pick out. Maybe a little biased. But at that night, at that time, there's not two better names you could pick out for them to destroy. And Brick did.
Oh, yeah.
And he made an impact, you know, and he showed I'm a name to be reckoned with here at MPX. And I think every MPX athlete, I don't know why Mikey fucking accepted this match, but every MPX addict, every MPX wrestler, even the addicts, should be afraid of what Brick is going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's honestly, it's like pray for the locker room. And as Brick said, they will not have his grace.
No,
so,
and again,
you can join our family, Brick. So, like, you got us with you.
Yeah, there you go.
We're here for you,
We're
buddy.
here for you.
But it's
good
also,
survival instinct, guys.
We're not champs for nothing.
we know they're smart.
Yeah.
We've been taught.
Yeah, Daddy Hill told him. But it's also, again, this is Locke. You got a big match. You've got a Texas death match. Do not worry about this. Let Mikey fall on his own. Don't concern yourself with this.
We'll see how it goes, because, you know.
It is not your real BFF. Don't fucking lie. You really do not like Mikey. Leave it alone.
But Mikey's
Focus
real name
on-
isn't Tony, so, you know, it's all good.
And no, focus on Tommy Bolton. Do not worry about this nonsense. Let Mikey die. Be at his funeral later. Fine, cool.
And
do
comfort
not
Sammy.
worry
Yeah,
about
comfort
it.
Sammy.
Yeah,
after
comfort
his
Sammy.
death.
Sammy probably will need comforting. So, you know,
A lot of comfort.
Locke's got that on lockdown. Get it? But
It's a punt.
Yes.
So, in addition to that, I have been asked to make sure that we of course, talk about this Friday as well. Obviously, we should be talking about this Friday because we're going to be talking at this Friday. As
holy
Legacy.
shit! Someone gave me an opportunity. Fucking great. MPX won't, but Legacy will. Fuck, I've had way too much drink.
Yeah, just a bit. But at Legacy Reload, we will be, Kyle and I will actually be the commentators, which will be interesting.
I won't drink, I promise. I'll drink water. We're good.
I expect you
Oh,
both
we're
to go
doing
back.
it.
No, let's be honest. It's one of those where it's one because it's Carl, and
Yeah.
two it's because I probably never tried harder anything in my life than I will Friday night. Just because I want to prove people wrong. I want to prove that I do fucking deserve this opportunity. So yeah, no. Sober. Let's see how the fuck that goes.
But yeah, we've got the card that we've got right now is actually really interesting. I mean, we're going to have Rob Boris versus Chad Delvin. I know you weren't exactly hot on Rob Boris when he was part of the Odd Squad back in the day, but I feel he's gotten better. I mean,
Rob's already-
remember
It
the
really
Rob
has. It was
Exotic?
Rob Exotic. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that and everything about it. That was cool. And then again, seeing Chad and just how good he is, I am looking forward to this match. I think it's really, really good.
Yeah,
And
and honestly, these two, it's like they've worked together before and everything, so I expect they'll actually have a good idea of how to work with each other, and it'll turn out a lot better than the first time you saw Rob.
oh yeah, no, fucking.
But then again, at that point, Rob was super green.
That,
So-
and he also capitalized on what was popular at the time. And okay, good for you.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of what was popular and what you went with.
Yeah.
But no, what he was now, and I don't even know what he is.
He's a
If
smooth
what he
criminal.
was now is the same.
Yeah, he's gonna be a smooth criminal again.
Okay, then cool. That's I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And again, seeing Chad, I think this will be a very good match. If not anything, it's going to be a good wrestling match.
Yeah.
Character side of wise, the match itself will be solid as fuck.
Yep. We're also going to have Reggie Lincoln, Wobble, and Johnny Lawless in a triple threat match, which will be interesting.
Dad
Yeah.
joke match right there.
Yeah.
Total dad joke match.
Us and Johnny Lawless go way back.
It is one of those, out of all the card, and if anybody knows me, they know this is probably what I'm least looking forward to. But it's still being, I'm not a fan of Wobble.
He's not.
It's the Texas champion.
No,
Honestly, the more I've watched Wobble, the more I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get why people hate him.
it's
I love Wobble.
For me, it's probably the music. I'll be honest, it is 95% the music. And
Well, okay, he has a certain connection to that music, so it makes
No,
sense.
I get it.
Dance.
I get it. And again, like I've always said before, if I was a promoter, fuck, I'd book him because it's over with kids as fuck.
The dude's like...
I'm not a fan of the music and the person. Not necessarily person, that sounds wrong.
I was going to say, Jay is a nice guy. I do not...
Jay's good as shit. Not you. Yours horrible.
I know.
No,
J,
it's...
not J-A.
There you go.
Well, I pronounce it Jay.
No, it's one of those where I am torn because I wasn't a fan of Reggie until I saw WrestleMania weekend with Reggie and Phil, and I was like, holy shit, this match was really good. So it's more characters.
Oh shit! What the hell was that?
Fuck! Don't you piss off?
I don't know. What the hell?
Are the shots coming? Because I gotta fucking go.
No,
They are.
who swatted us? Who swatted us? Oh shit!
Get out of my way, Patrick! No. Patrick, get out of my fucking way! What are you
This
doing?
shit.
Carl?
Hey, you ungrateful little bastards! I didn't cost you a goddamn thing, and you know it.
Really?
You know it. I didn't. Your arrogance cost you that match. Your arrogance. No, bullshit. We're not even gonna go there. You stupid son of a bitch. Who was there for you when you were puking your guts up on your second day of training and talked you out of not quitting? Me. Who was there for your first day of bumps, you piece of crap? Me! Brixton too, but I was there as well, just as long. I've been there to get your hands up. I'm telling you. Friday night, you're done. You are done. I helped get you to this place. Don't even try to take that away from me. You know damn well that I had everything. Oh, not everything. I'm sorry, guys. This is a little impromptu. But these two little bastards right here are ungrateful as all hell.
Is that what it is?
Ungrateful. You jumped me in a parking lot, Gabe. You jumped me in a parking lot and left me there.
You screwed us both.
I didn't screw you. How did I screw you out of anything?
You counted the 1, 2, 3.
He lost the damn match.
I did not lose that match. That match wasn't even sanctioned. When did I get the opportunity to sanction a match?
You went out there and told him to take a shot.
I didn't tell him to take his shot. He goaded me into that match.
He goaded you into it.
I was gaslit
so
into
it's
that
everybody's
match.
fault but Tommy's.
No, it's not
It's
my fault.
everybody's fault but Tommy.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
Tommy lost his match.
Yeah. That was the fastest count
You know
I've
what?
ever heard in my life.
You know what? I hope it's everybody's fault that you lose on Friday, too. When the Camachos crush your skulls, I'm going to dance in your blood. Ungrateful bastards.
It's funny because it's not going to happen.
Looks like we're gonna have another kingdom to take.
Oh, jeez.
I can't wait to tear down that promotion.
Wow.
Alrighty then.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was.
Do you not lock your goddamn door?
I
You're in Louisville. It's a bad area, motherfucker.
What? Louisville, a bad area.
Hey, I live in Mesquite. You lock your doors at all time. I'm just saying.
Oh, you live in Mesquite?
Yeah, South. I grew up in Southeast Dallas. You always lock your fucking door. Children, lock your fucking doors.
From Box Springs.
Hey, good job.
We made it out. I made it out to the palace, baby.
But
Fucking goddamn right I ran.
Thanks,
I thought it was
Dad.
a fucking
yeah,
boss.
I guess we'll go ahead and talk about that match because you guys are in a street fight match against Ocho and Angel Camacho.
Yeah.
Holy crap, guys! I was like,
Is it Ocho?
yeah,
It's not the normal Camacho that teams with Angel, is it?
yeah, I know.
So
They're
it's
just
a
in
little
second
bit.
It's the two big ones.
Oh, so guess what?
He's one of the.
They have more experience than those two. Just
One of
saying.
the-
I'm just saying.
He's one of the illegitimate child.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
I can't wait to squash that bald head into the mat.
See, the best thing about when we win this match, we're gonna take over Legacy. It's gonna be our kingdom and our legacy.
And there's nothing Carl can do about it because he decided to screw us out of our title.
Guess what? We get to call that.
Yeah, we do. That's actually going to be really cool.
Yeah, you waited for a long time and you get to call the match.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, that it was like we've also got Christopher Hayden once again, and he's going to be taking on Brixton Shaw, somebody y'all are very familiar with and very friendly with.
I already know it's going to take.
It's another fucking Hoss fight.
Yeah, no, actually, I had that
Brixton's
written down
gonna
right
take
here. Hoss fight.
That's a meaty.
That's a brick
meaty,
style
meaty
right
match.
there.
Uh-huh.
Brick style,
that is
full
good.
effect.
Big man.
Who knows? I mean, he wins that one. The OG boys can just take it all over all at once. You know? But, yeah, and then we're also going to have Franco Varga have an open
Hoss fight
challenge.
is when big guys fight each other. That's what it is.
Your
Jorge.
dog's not a good guard dog.
Oh,
Really isn't.
I will have you know, Rockefeller is the best guard dog to ever hide behind.
Really?
Yeah, behind you. Yeah.
Yeah. I love him. He's a wonderful emotional support animal. But no, yeah, he's a horrible guard dog. I think he's actually kind of
What's up with
terrifying.
the
It's okay,
security?
buddy.
I thought
Yes.
y'all have good security.
Yes, Courtney, it's a
Our
normal.
dad
but
said
it's a
you
very-
needed security for us to be here.
But it's a very
Iron
big
Belly had
physical
another
match.
gig. Sorry.
Is he a lawyer or security? What the
the
fuck is?
I'm not his manager. As much as I'd like to be, I'm
It's
not
okay.
his manager.
This is why we can't have nice.
After the show, we'll have legal action.
More legal action.
But Franco
Remember,
Varga
it's against Chad.
had an open challenge, and
Yeah.
it was
It's all
very,
his
He is
company.
certified market
Yeah,
production.
it's all his company.
of course.
Because no one likes me,
I
so
get all
fuck
of the.
them.
Had an open challenge, and it was accepted by the one and only Judge Jake Lindsay, as he's doing it in the honor of Stephen Kirby.
You know what?
Was that
I
in the
can
will,
get
too?
behind
I guess.
that. I can get
Okay.
behind that. Because he's doing it for Stephen Kirby.
Yeah,
Kirby.
it's like, yeah.
So
No,
it
honestly, I have to applaud that one myself.
So out of the three in the will, it was Jake has to die at Legacy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sure.
for dad.
For Dad.
He didn't know that part.
Oh, okay.
It was a silent.
And let's be honest. Let's be honest. Jake, yes, we know what Franco can do. I don't know if Franco knows what Jake can do.
That'll actually
Jake
be
is so
interesting.
new.
Yeah, I think Franco's going to have
R.I.P.
to. Yeah, Franco's going
And
to have to.
I'll be honest.
deal with-
I've heard the name of Varga before. I haven't really seen him.
I have, and
So-
he's really good,
All I know
and
is
so
he's
Jake's got a
booked
lot.
all over the place.
That's
Yeah.
what I know.
Yeah.
It's going
I
to be
haven't
one of
seen him
those
myself.
where I don't. Again, like I said, how is Jake going to do? Because again, he doesn't know him,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll see.
Yeah, and then also there's the fact that y'all aren't the only ones to get on Carl's bad side, as Avon Axel is going to be having a mystery opponent at Reload, and Carl is assuring us that.
Two mystery opponents?
Yeah, well,
I mean, I
okay,
guess
Jake's
Jake
not
was
so much-
announced, so it's
yeah,
not a
Jake was actually
full
announced.
mystery.
But yeah, Avon Axel's going to be taking on a mystery opponent, and I have been assured that it is going to be someone that Avon Axel is going to regret pissing off Carl.
I'm excited to see.
Well, your name is Axel,
We're
so
on
you
the,
probably should.
we're on the
right?
same side. We're on the same.
We're on the same
mindset
side.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Y'all are on the
you
same
agree with Carl?
wavelength?
Avon Axel's on our side.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Axel's
Okay.
on your side.
He
Okay.
doesn't like Carl.
Yeah.
We don't like Carl.
Yeah.
I mean,
Carl is a hard person to
Yeah.
like. I understand that.
But yeah,
He just sounds very petty, trying to put people in matches this way.
but yeah,
Can't say
this
too much,
this is
maybe.
actually going to be a really
I'm not getting over it.
Reload's going to be good, honestly.
It
and
is. Reload's
hopefully we
really
can make it
good.
better.
And it's, well, I'll definitely make it fucking better because, like I said, it's my one opportunity to show people I can fucking do this shit, and I'm gonna try harder than everything in my life. But it's one of those where it's the first Legacy was really good. The card was good. I'll be honest, I didn't like the venue. Given what happened, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I just personally didn't like venue. The match itself was good.
Yeah.
Carl is one of those where his knowledge, I'm sorry, I know y'all hate him, but his knowledge in the business, he knows how to fucking put on a wrestling card.
That is true. That is true.
If there's not any other promotion that gave me the opportunity, Legacy is the one I would.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll impress them enough. I mean, you saw that Tony and Charles weren't there at Red River last
Yeah, you impressed
last
us
time.
enough. You
So,
impressed us enough. We're your rulers.
You know, it's like maybe we can get the Red River.
Yeah, maybe.
Spot.
We'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, that honestly, it's like we're gonna have a very interesting weekend of shows. I've got to say. But let's go ahead and get to the boys themselves. I mean, y'all have been a major subject to the entire show anyway, because y'all are fucking everywhere now, guys.
Everywhere, and let's be honest, we've had them each individually. Now we get them together.
Exactly.
It's
Actually,
cool.
I'm really, really happy about that one. But yeah, no, it's like with them being everywhere, of course, you know, with wrestling shows being their own little microcosms and everything like that. The multiverse is freaking weird, guys.
I love it.
It's like, it was weird seeing on Texoma where, you know, you're a face, you're a heel, and fighting separately. And then, you know, the next night, y'all are together, and y'all are the boys and the rulers of MPX and everything like that. And then the next night after that, you're screwing him over. And it's like, what?
And that was like,
yeah, and you were a crowd favorite, which
and
I
that
love
was
that.
the thing. I totally forgot
100%.
ACW or Hot, whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
Is how, no, Gabe is face and Prince is heel, and they've split. And I'm like, wait, what? I totally forgot that.
But that was actually one of the things that really got me, is the fact that how that started. I saw the clip of how that started, in which y'all had lost a match, and he was telling me, he was like, hey, you're still the MPX Addicts champion. It's like, and then you turn on him, and it's like, wait a minute, they've got to come back the next week and be the boys again.
Yeah.
I thought this was supposed to be kind of cohesive, but I'm not a booker. I don't get to make those calls.
Well, and let's be honest, even if you are a booker, you're gonna do what you want for your promotion.
Yeah.
I mean, case in point, you know, take Legacy for example. If Legacy wanted to split them, they would fucking split them. It depends.
I don't think they can at this point.
Well, no, and this thing, if it's me, and as much as I love them individually, I love them as a team, because that is something we don't get a lot, is brother teams.
Yeah.
Like, we get a lot of the, hey, your brother's cool, you're going to fucking fight each other. And it's like, why?
Well, we're going to get that
brothers
HOT,
wouldn't
so.
really fucking
I'm
fight.
gonna destroy him at HOT.
I mean, yeah, you would, well,
I don't know, I'm with
you
Gabe
may
on this
not,
one, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was like, I'm siding with Gabe on this one, I'm sorry.
but it's one of those where I've never understood why split up the Hardys, why split up the Steiners, why split up, I know they're not a real tag team, but why split up the Dudleys? It just, it doesn't make sense. Like, it's one of those where, okay, you want to split them and have them go individually,
Go do their own
together,
thing. Like Best Picture.
Fine. Yeah. No, and that's saying, like, have fucking, if they were the split, like, even when they did split, yeah, we had the playground match, but then they did their own separate things.
Yeah.
Fucking Gabe went with Silver Disorder, Tommy went with Daddy Hill. They did their
Well, that was a little
Tommy went with
dumb.
Tommy went with losing a lot.
No, he really
No,
did.
he won the Mr. MPX tournament.
Yeah, but then he realized Daddy Hill was the right answer. Daddy Hill had the pills. Let kids, pills are always
Take
good.
him to the dark
Take
side.
your meds, kids. Look what it did for me.
Meds or
Cool.
pills.
I became one of the very
Hulk
few
Hogan
double
called them
champions in
vitamins.
MPX history.
Is it take your vitamins?
It's take your vitamins.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan called
Take
them
your vitamins.
Vitamins.
I don't know how many there have been, but I'm one of them.
But that's the thing. Seeing them be a team, fight, split, and then come back together. It's in wrestling is a great storyline, but it's also one of those that is weird to me. Of like, why? Like, it's brothers wouldn't really fight each other unless they're fucking kids. They're gonna fight each other. But when
I'm
they're
sorry,
older,
the most believable of them all was Owen and Brett.
Owen and Brett was great, and even them, they were like, "Why are we fucking fighting each other?"
Yeah, that's true.
But no, '94 Owen and Brett is one of the best feuds of the year. That SummerSlam '94 cage match is one of my favorite matches. Even the fucking WrestleMania 10 opener, one of the best matches. And again, these two, their playground match at Purge, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That was super fun.
Oh yeah, no, that was actually
And that was
fantastic.
all our idea.
Yeah.
And just thanking Richard for
Oh,
letting us
Paw
do that.
Patrol? Paw Patrol was your idea?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just remember, kids, a cab includes Chase.
It was either Paw Patrol or Blue's Clues.
You chose
Oh
Wise.
man,
Yeah, I feel like
Which
more
one?
kids
Which
would've
one of
done
y'all
Paw
chose
Patrol.
Wise?
I think
I
we both
bought it.
chose, and he bought.
Because I was at Walmart when I got it.
yeah. But yeah, no, that's been really weird to watch. But at the same time, y'all are so good at what you do that it's entertaining regardless. So
It is, and it's one of those, and I know everyone hates to compare something, but I've said it before on this show. It is very much like the Hardys. You've got Jeff Hardy, charismatic, will do anything, balls to the wall shit. You've got the more technical guy, good on the mic, but doesn't really get to show it a lot.
Yeah.
But when he does show it, oh my god, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And it's one of those where it is. I hate when brother tag teams are compared to that because
we are nothing like them.
exactly.
No,
not everyone should be compared to that.
You can find small comparisons in how the fans react and how they're treated in career-wise and everything. But I mean, honestly, when y'all were split up, y'all very much did your own thing, and it was almost easy, except for the fact that I had this weird continuity lock in my brain where I have to remember everything that's happened over the past 4 years.
Well, and it is also the multiverse in Texas independent wrestling, where some people will be like, "Oh, you're together. Oh no, y'all are separate. Oh, you're together. Oh, you're separate." And it's like, wait, what? No, I guess in the end, one of my questions to y'all is that as fans, it's hard for y'all. Is it hard to go into different places and be separate together? Or is it literally y'all just look at it as a job, like, okay, cool, we'll go?
I look at it more like a job.
It's more, we think of it more as a job, but it's still fun as fuck for us.
Because we get to wrestle each other, we get to tell a story out of it.
Like, we trained up together, but we always known we wanted to face each other too, because who doesn't want to face their own brother? Because we can really get away with whatever we want.
How far you can take it.
Yeah, we know how far we can take it.
Would y'all say y'all have the best chemistry with each other? Like, as far as like, hey, your best match was Tommy, your best match with Gabe, or do you have certain other opponents you're like, nope, my best chemistry with this was with this guy?
We have really good chemistry in the ring together, but I feel like there have been other people that I've just kind of clicked with in the ring.
Like, because we're not knowing that person like that, and you can click with them like that.
Like, I wrestled Tommy Bolton at Texas All-Stars, and we had like a 18 minute match, and I never met him that day, but when we were in there, it just clicked, and everybody was into it, and everybody loved it.
That just backs up how good he really is.
Yeah. Would you say tag team wise, because like you've teamed with Kari and Exodus, you've teamed with Corey, teaming wise, do y'all think y'all have the best chemistry, or do you think it was kind of elsewhere?
Teaming wise, very much chemistry with him, and I had very good chemistry. I have very good chemistry with X and Kari. With like Kari, it was like I had I guess a little bit taller version of him.
Yeah.
Just not crazy.
Yeah.
So there was that, and Exodus is Exodus.
Yeah.
So.
And I like teaming with Corey. It's like we have good chemistry, but it's like a totally different vibe of a team.
Y'all get to go a little nuts.
Yeah.
Well, it was one of my favorite.
Literally Naruto ran around the ring, and then in the match I was just licking this man's hand. Then I took his nose from him.
You're talking about Casey Blackrose.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? That's a guy.
And then
actually
we
had good
chopped
chemistry with, too.
and then I
faced him one time.
tenderized his chest.
I faced him one time at USWX when we debuted, and I was like, oh shit, this was a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
I think that was one of my favorite things at ACW Sunday was you were like, I need my brother. I was like, he's talking to his other brother, and he's talking to Corey, and you're like, oh, okay, then fine. Like, you were like, oh, I get it.
Our finisher is a 3D curb stomp.
Holy fuck. Like how? Like he drops him.
He picks him up, and as he goes down, I jump up for the
Nice.
I was going to say, is it going on the top rope or what? Damn.
I was standing when I was just on the bottom.
Okay, so
you do have a really good
coming down. Holy shit.
Like, you do have a really good vertical, so yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, no, with all of that, I mean, obviously for a while you two had kind of split up, like not just at MPX, but also other places as well and everything like that. How did it feel to be basically told, it's like, okay, so we're going to put y'all back together, and y'all are going to win the tag championships?
Yeah, we had really gotten used to doing the apart stuff. So like when we came back, we were like, oh, okay, cool. So like we were like, all right,
we were like, it has to be different.
But that's how we knew it had to be different.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted at first we did want, like, I wanted to be a little crazier, but with him being on his pills, we took just that different direction of just being more royal.
Did y'all like being singles, or do y'all like being together?
It's like a mixed thing.
I like doing singles matches.
Yeah,
There
singles
a
are
lot
more
of-
fun because you get to do more.
Yeah.
Well, it's I don't know. I love tag team wrestling and everything, but I like doing singles matches to try and tell different stories.
Because with singles matches, we get to tell them.
Plus
about
more
us.
heads in a
Right,
match.
so
Plus
we're not-
more heads in a match.
Besides
It makes it harder
to show that
get
we can
everything
go
in.
on our own.
Right.
That's what I like about it. It's like the independency of that part.
Did
But-
you feel the reuniting was done well?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And how we've evolved it to where it is now is
Yeah.
it's only up from here.
Yeah,
I got
they
some,
loved
I got
us
some
and
new
now
gear
they
coming
hate
in.
us.
New
I was
gear.
Sweet.
I was going to say, it's like
Something.
evolution has actually been
But-
very much a part of your journey through wrestling and everything like that. Because it's like when y'all first debuted from day one, in January of
2021.
It was January 2nd.
Yep.
Jerry would know first.
Yeah, no, it was January 2nd. I remember because he got yelled at for that.
That's where it's first.
It was yeah. But it's like the two of you come out. The addicts are instantly behind you. I mean, totally, big fans of you. And just about everywhere you've gone, if you are a face, you've got the fans behind you, 100%. Gabe, you showed that definitely this Sunday. They didn't know who the hell you were. You come out, you show who you are, what you can do, and the crowd was like killing it for you.
Rugged as fuck.
Yeah, I was like, I'll be honest. I was looking at that matchup, going, it was like Willie knew that it was going to be Jay that won the match, and I'm sitting here going, I hope it's Gabe. But it's like with all of that, how does you feel to like basically, especially at MPX, go from like beloved baby faces, like the heroes almost, the underdogs, to like probably some of the most reviled heels that we've got.
I had to look up that word because I did not know it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But when
I did send
I was
them
like,
the.
I was
He's
like,
rugged.
okay.
He's rugged.
I was like, I can get behind that. I like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've always liked being a bad guy more, just because I get to talk shit. So, like,
Well, I think every wrestler would say, like, while yes, I'll be considered a heel mark, I think some of the better wrestlers are heels, because it is one thing to get fans to hate you for actually your persona, as opposed to just you being shit. So to have fans,
it's easier to be hated than liked.
yeah, and I think it's one of those where
Like, look at Carl. He just came in.
I like being a face for that reason, because it's harder to be liked, and when you're able to get that reaction out of people on a consistent basis, it lets you know of just how well you're doing at your job.
I just look at like take Exodus and Schaefer for example. Two guys who are so talented in the ring, and even people who hate them will say, "Oh no, they're fucking good in the ring," but I fucking hate them.
Uh-huh.
And it's because of how good they are as heels.
Remember when Exodus got like seriously got somebody pissed off at him because he played the heel and they were like, "You're a bully."
Well, and it's one of those. I think it's super hard. Like if you would have told me 6 months ago, Locke would have been one of the most over cheered guys in MPX last week, I'd be like, fuck you, you're going to be wrong. And he is.
Yeah.
And part of that is probably the team with Mikey, but people were turning to him before even the team with Mikey. It's one of those where...
It's because the rat lock thing caught on, and so therefore he suddenly had a,
Or maybe he didn't want to end up like Red getting chopped all the time.
Exactly. That too. But it is. I think being a heel and being booed for who you are and not just for you suck is something I'll never forget. ROH WrestleMania 32. We were with a friend and BJ Whitmer came out and he goes, "Oh my god, I can see BJ Whitmer 3 times. Fuck you!" Like. He hated BJ. He had the X-Pac heat, which I never understood that because X-Pac is fucking amazing. But he had the X-Pac heat because BJ Whitmer was just shit, and he fucking hated him. And it's one of those where it's I like heel wrestlers who get booed even though they're good. Again, Schaefer, and Schaefer's got me fucking too. It's one of those where I'm like, oh, Schaefer's amazing, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, you're good. And he goes, fuck you, and I'm like, oh yeah, well fuck you too. Like it's one of those where he gets me too. And X is the same
Schaefer
way.
also knows, like he's done this enough to where he realizes he knows how to play the. I don't get that, but okay.
Well, you don't need to get it.
You don't need.
Yeah, I didn't
you know,
think so.
They know. They know.
Exactly.
The person who needs to know knows. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's like Schaefer knows how to play the crowd like a violin. Because it's like when things get quiet in his matches, he'll just be like, "Oh, why aren't you cheering for
He'll
your?"
fucking get them loud, and that's
Yeah.
the thing I love about Schaefer. And the same with the Boyz. They do the same thing
Mm-hmm.
when they turn heel. Because I'll be honest, when Tommy turned, I was like, I don't know what he's going to do, and he fucking killed it. And I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit, he gets it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like I got it with our first talk with Gabe. I'm like, oh, Gabe's wrestling smart. He fucking gets this
Yeah,
shit. And it made me love him more. Like I always loved Gabe in the ring. But then when we had our talk with him, I'm like, oh no, you're fucking smart, goddamn.
Yeah.
And then Tommy the same way. Like I didn't really necessarily get it in our talk, but then when he turned heel, I'm like, oh, he fucking gets it.
Yeah.
This is great.
Well, there's also the theater background. He knows how to play.
Well,
it
yeah,
out.
that too. Yeah.
But
It's way
Like
easier
what
to
y'all
be a
don't know is
different
I have to
person.
compete with
Yeah.
him.
And it's when in the heel me is the least like me you could possibly be.
But yeah, no, y'all do absolutely fantastic on it. Honestly, you know, it's easy to hate y'all when y'all are in the ring. It really is.
I appreciate that.
Except
You all still need to bow.
And I think that's
No
the thing.
clapping, no cheering, bow. Especially production.
And I think,
Especially the girls in the front row.
and I think
Y'all scream all the time. The least you could do is bow before your rulers.
And I think that's the thing I loved last week with Casey and Tommy, how Tommy, controlled that fucking crowd at that main event, where he's like, no, y'all bow me, this match is happening now, fuck Kate, like, you controlled that fucking moment, and it made it better for the end, you know. But
The crowd went nuts.
And again, that's the other thing
It's
is,
better that you lost your title.
well, no, but that's the thing though is,
Screw you, Carl.
again, y'all are wrestling smart to know what works, and he did it to the perfection that made that moment so fucking special. And that's the thing that gets overlooked is, yeah, Casey won the title, everyone's so happy, but no, y'all wouldn't have cared as much if Prince wasn't doing what the fuck he was doing. Like, you made that moment so much better than what technically it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, honestly.
Because you can have that amount of time and completely flop it.
Yeah.
But if you take the time to think about what could actually work for it, you could get a really great reaction out of it.
Yeah. But I also did have the question of, like, pretty much any time I've seen one of you, I've seen both of you, except for I think one time where you went to UPW and I didn't, and he was still over at MPX. But how do y'all feel about working like super separately from each other, different shows, different areas at the same time?
It's not any different. Like, he's going to do a job and I'm going to do a job.
Yeah, we end up just telling each other about how it went anyway.
Yeah. Like, we say, like, yeah, I did this and this and this. And if we have footage, we send it to each other.
It's just like going to a normal 9-to-5 job.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love wrestling.
But we
Don't
love
get me
wrestling.
wrong.
We
Don't
love
get me
wrestling.
wrong. I love wrestling, but this is something I want to do.
I wanna
So
do
I'm
this.
not gonna just go in there and treat it like, oh, I'm just doing this for fun. Because if I just do that, I'm not gonna give my all. I want to do this,
And we're
so
not
I'm
gonna
gonna
achieve
go
any
in
more
there
than where we're
and do everything I can to make this match the best match it could possibly be to the best of my ability.
When y'all first started, was it always like a, hey, if he's there, I'm there, or did y'all always do it like, oh, if I'm booked here, I'm booked there, cool, whatever?
Pretty much how you said it is like, if one of us is there, the other one's usually there. But if we have a different booking, that's where we are.
Okay. So I guess to finish up, what are your plans for the future, guys?
Hopefully for bigger promotions. That's what I'm wanting.
Yeah, there's a pretty well known one, new as they are, coming through Texas soon.
Yeah, I want to get on some. I want to be on a lot more promotions. It's hard. I'm trying to get booked at other places, but it's a process.
Yeah, it's a process. We're happy with
At
where we get
MPX,
booked
I
right
hope
now.
to one day be a Grand Slam champion. I got Mr. MPX.
You're halfway there.
Right.
Mr. MPX, tag, addicts, you're close.
The more I think about it, we've
I
had
Prospect.
I held the
and-
MPX. I held the MPX
Three-time-
title at one point, even though it
three-time
was
tag champ.
not official.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
What,
Hey, you held it longer than the last person who unofficially held it.
Yeah.
So
So you were talking about other promotions. What, because I know y'all did the Contender Series. What was New Texas like for y'all?
oh yeah.
It was a different atmosphere
Yeah.
for sure.
It was cool.
And we were heel there too, so
Yeah.
Nice.
we knew what to do.
Right.
It was really cool. So the last people we got to work with, the great ones, were just like a lot of fun to work with
Awesome.
because they
They reminded us of like Mr. Legs.
just wanted
No,
to
they
have
are.
fun.
Yeah,
they
they're-
basically just wanted to have fun, and that's
Oh, God,
and
I
I
was-
love that.
They're
Actually, now that I think
fun,
about it,
good tag
the,
team.
the great ones and would Mr. Legs would do well with the
Oh,
great
yeah.
ones.
We literally did like a 4-way nipple twist.
Ow!
Like I was
Yeah.
pulling his nipple and then coming over here pulling him. It's
What?
like all four of us
All
right
four
there.
of us at
The
once.
great ones, Luigi and Mr. Legs, would be a great stable.
Jeez,
it
yes.
would be great.
Oh my God! All the great
Um,
cartoon characters.
The great
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I mean, I've seen great ones and Luigi team together already, but
Mhm.
adding Mr. Legs to that'd be
Oh
phenomenal.
yeah, yeah.
But that is the thing. Like y'all have kind of, y'all are branching out into Texas more. Do y'all have a certain promotion y'all are aiming for? A certain promotion you want to work for? And again, is it solo or tag or just kind of whatever accepts you?
I really want to work for like GCWA in New Texas or like Puro Pinche Wrestling.
Yeah.
And
New Texas is
I'm
an
okay
house
with
for
whatever they give me because I'm gonna try and make the most out of every opportunity I get, no matter what it is.
As long as we get that opportunity, we show out.
Definitely.
One
Okay.
question we did get was, what's what y'all's favorite matches, either together or separate?
Yeah.
If I did singles match, it'd probably be with Barrett. It would be with Barrett. Because with that match, I know I didn't have to think about moves. I just thought about moments. And that's all I cared about for that.
Honestly, I have to say, it's like part of it is the fact that Barrett Brown, the nickname of Trainer of Texas, is very well deserved for
Well, it's
him.
very well because he's actually one of our trainers.
Yeah, but that was
It's a
probably
shoot.
It's a shoot, brother.
yeah. But
not a word,
he
it's a
honestly, it's like, and I've seen the footage of the match you had with him as well. Honestly, those were some of the best matches I've seen y'all in. Period. Yeah.
And that was when I was only like 3 months
Yeah,
in.
he got him at 3 months in.
That was my very first main event match.
And my first main event match was with
So,
him.
so I was trying to try my hand at some other editing to try and not just do my intros and everything like that. So I was trying to put together kind of a fan video of your highlights and everything. And my favorite has got to be when you curb stomp Barrett and he just goes vertical.
Yes, I loved that. He literally looked like a tree.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I loved that match.
Is that one of y'all, and kind of knowing Barrett a little bit I do, is that one of y'all's that y'all kind of just called out there and y'all just went, or was a
No.
lot of it kind of planned?
My match was
It's
all the way planned.
Yeah.
We planned it.
He had
just
an idea,
executed.
and then we just started building off of everything.
See, this actually really gives me hope for certain Tex when he gets in the ring finally. So, given how good a trainer Barrett is.
Hopefully
And-
he doesn't shoot blanks.
But we also have the question of favorite place you've traveled to.
Not Houston.
Yeah, fuck Houston.
I don't know. This weekend going to ACW was pretty fun to me.
Except for the trip.
When I went
Except
to
for the
Surefire Wrestling, it was pretty fun. I mean, it was a small town and we were in a church, but the locker room atmosphere was freaking awesome. It was hilarious.
Oh,
we started
you're
having
joking, bro.
we started having gospel time over the Church of Thugonomics. It was
Also,
Stevie Hendrix and Prince Alexander singing
Nice.
and playing the piano.
Nice.
We traveled to Santa Fe, Texas for UPW, Undisputed Pro Wrestling, with X. And going down there, doing all that. And the show was fun as fuck, so.
Yeah, there were dudes complaining about the heat. We were like, man,
Oh,
this
is a
nice.
pleasure. Like,
I walked in, I was like, wow.
I was like,
I
I feel
actually feel
a
air in
presence,
here.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't been to MPX, you don't know.
Come to MPX, then complain. Yeah.
What next to each other, is that you mentioned X and I knew I'll travel .4. Is that kind of the guy y'all like to travel with, or is there someone else y'all like? Nope, this is our fun guy.
We
love
travel
to
with X all the time.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We'll travel with Brixton too if he's on the same show as us.
Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Someone asked if you two want to match with Fly Death.
Oh yeah.
I'd face Fly Death.
I'd face him in a heartbeat.
So,
I
no,
got to have him at Red River.
I was gonna say it's like they're the current are they Texoma or Red River?
They're Red River, New Texas. I think Texoma.
People
also.
get mad at me, but their fucking cardio
No,
is way
they're not
better than
Texoma.
Fly Jeff. Like,
Reality of
they will
Wrestling.
run them ragged.
Yeah.
I think they might be the reality of wrestling champions.
I think they are.
Like they're high on. our
Great.
list
Now
of
I'm gonna
what
get
we
a
wanted
text
to
from
face.
Booker T tomorrow saying, "What the fuck, man?
See, ain't watching this fucking shit.
Somebody just send it to him."
If you are,
Courtney, send it to Booker
Hi,
T,
Booker.
please.
Hi, Booker.
Yeah. But actually, that's
We're
someone
not
I'd love-
affiliated
Fly-
with them. We're
Fly
Yeah,
Death
we
is
did the- we
like I
did the
said,
intro.
Fly Death is a really good tag team. It's just one of those where it's when I saw them at Mania Weekend, I did feel they were exposed because of their cardio. And like I said, I know I've seen these two enough where I'm like,
Courtney,
their
I'm gonna
cardio
need
is
you to
good.
research. How do you not know who Booker T is?
She's
What the?
She's kind of new.
She's new.
She's young.
you can't dig it,
she's like-
sucker!
She's like fucking 20. She's new.
Yeah, it's like 2021, something like that.
I know who Booker T is. I'm only 22.
Yeah, but you
God
also
damn
like
it.
wrestling.
God!
Fuck, you're 22?
Yeah.
I forgot that. Now I feel old.
I turn 23 next month.
You're young too. Shut the fuck up.
It's not as young.
I'm not that young.
I'm put her in
You're what,
timeout
like
for that.
24,
It's okay.
29.
29, yeah. So yeah. No, there's a significant
Yeah,
difference.
and
there.
I'm 37. They're still fucking young. They're still
It's only
fucking
8 years
kids.
for
God
between.
damn it.
I'm gonna be 39 before my kid's born. Hush.
She deleted all of it because she
No,
saw
no,
it.
I blocked her.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, Courtney. But yeah, honestly,
Some of us still love you. PR doesn't.
I love you, Courtney.
okay, we'll go ahead and end it here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, guys, for coming on. It was great to have y'all again. And honestly, the difference between when we had y'all on last time and when we have you on tonight, it's very obvious because y'all have been able to do a lot more, show a lot more of who you are to the wrestling world and the fans. Make sure you get your tickets for Friday night for Saturday night. Just honestly,
Friday and Saturday.
get your tickets for this weekend because oh my God,
Or
this is going to be
season
something really
passes for
awesome.
MPX.
Especially Legacy, because
Well, we still got one more.
Because we're taking over one
August
kingdom
match.
and defending another.
No, one more August.
Well, when
show then.
September rolls around, get them season passes.
Oh,
Yeah, get the
You're
season
gonna wanna
passes.
be
Kid
there.
Bandit.
Kid
Yeah.
Bandit.
Just to start it out, yeah.
We're gonna kill it.
Which yeah. Make sure you
I
watch the
better-
after
I
show on
better see it
MPX, and of
around
course
the-
September
around the
3rd. Keep
ring.
your eye open
I'm
for
so excited.
something from CMP. So, either way, thank you very much, guys, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Mark out.
See y'all Saturday, maybe.
Yeah, we'll get that worked on.
Pull the bid.